Good morning, team. Looking at the overall economical calendar, you guys can see that we have retail sales coming at 8:30, import price index, a few Fed speakers, and that's basically it for today. So make sure you guys are aware of what type of news is coming out today. Let's jump into the chart. So starting off with Target reported earnings this morning. You can see that it wasn't favorable. It dropped from 181 down towards that 151 over here, which it was a previous support. So we want to watch to see if it breaks this 151, because then it could start pulling back down towards one of the 180-day lows at 146. If it does start to bounce, we want to see it break 155. 155 has been a major traffic area for a target, and then it could basically start pushing up towards 159 and possibly higher. Our side's a little bit more on the oversold side, but it did just miss earnings, so you never know how today's going to go for Target. Dropping down towards the 20-day, you can see the RSI is extremely oversold over here, so we may get some type of bounce even from this 158, maybe even up towards 164. You never know, or we sink that 155 and keep on going lower. If you do catch the low, make sure you guys use a stop loss because the RSI is blue. MACD is crossed down over here. It is a high risk short, so make sure you guys try to get an A plus setup on this one. Definitely don't want to short something that's oversold. Even if it bounces, wait for it to bounce and then come back down. But that's the outlook on Target over here. Next one we're going to jump over is to Meta. Meta is trying to uptrend, but it is right next to the SMA over here. Want to watch to see if we break that 120 above the SMA on the 4-hour, and then we can start basically pushing up towards 130. It hasn't broken trend yet. RSI is overbought, meaning, hey, it's possible that it can start to pull back. If it does pull back, you want to watch for a break below 115, and we can start basically even going down towards like 106 down here. So Meta, very clean chart to look at. 180-day does look like it wants to cross down. RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side. On the 20-day, it's already crossed down. You can see it's trying to basically look like we're finding some type of resistance. Let's see, keeper alerts setting for above and below. Meta could possibly pull back from its step and staircase pattern. Just have to wait and watch to see if we break those key levels. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Looking at Tesla, Tesla's still going sideways, not too favorable. We don't really like stocks that are going sideways. But like I said, hey, it was finding some type of resistance around that 1 year EMA line, around like 198 or 200. So we want to see if it basically breaks 200. Then it has 202. So preferably, if I was to go along on Tesla, a lot of traders are probably thinking the same thing. They probably wanted to break 202 before it goes to like 210. But on the downside, we do have like a little support going on over here around like 191. Once we start to break that 191 zone, we could start basically pulling back down towards that 187, maybe lower. MACD is crossed down on the 20-day. RSI is neutral. Let's see on the 180-day. 180-day, it looks like it's crossing down, and the MACD is on the bearish position of the chart. So let's see what happens. Could possibly have a nice pullback on Tesla, or maybe find some strength. Make sure you guys are unbiased and wait for either or occasion. Set your alerts. Last but not least, right? SPY hit the SMA yesterday and it could not break it. And we've been talking about this for quite a while. If we jump over towards the 1 year, this is what I'm talking about. The SMA normally acts as resistance. So when the stock is below it, it acts as resistance. When the stock gets above it, acts as support, right? So want to see what's going to overall happen. But we had our first rejection at that 403 price point. So if you guys want to get extremely bullish, you guys got to wait for that 403 to be broken. Then we could start even pushing up towards 410, which was a previous resistance before. So make sure you guys watch out today. We could possibly have a pullback to even retest 389. 389 is the 1 year EMA line. So we could possibly have a pullback. As you guys can see from yesterday, if I drop down towards like a smaller chart, we kind of hit it and we basically, this was that level, the SMA, and then we basically sold off, and we're basically going sideways today. So we want to see what key levels are going to hold today. We want to see if we're going to basically start breaking out above, because right now we're starting to try to break that 180-day trade line. MACD's already crossed to the downside. RSI is a little bit more on the overbought. So if we do start coming down, you want to watch for a break below at least 397, which was on the 15th, yesterday's low, basically 397, and then we could start basically going down towards 394, maybe even down towards that 386. You never know how the SPY likes to move, man. So jumping over towards the 20-day for upside, we already spoke about it, 400 to 402, but we want to see if it breaks above that 403, and then we can start going to 410. But looking at the charts, you can see the 20-day is trying to cross down over here. RSI is in the middle, so we have the opportunity for downside and upside. So set your alerts to either or situation. But right now, she does look like she is more in favor for a pullback. Anything can change, right? So make sure you set your alerts, leave a like below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.